And good morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Foster and I'm touching base with you as I always do every day during the week with my buddy and palsy wowsy, Mr. Chris Edwards.
Good morning, sir. How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
I hear you. I'm feeling the same way. I'm a little tired right now.
I was supposed to go to sleep last night. Whoop, let's say I went the wrong way. I was supposed to go to sleep last night on time. And I was ready to go to bed, and then I realized that I had a glitch that happened because I'm revamping my whole website, and I ended up walking. Squarespace has updated their platform, and I have not updated my website since last year. So I went in, and it showed a new update, and it said update, blah 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 blah. Do you want to update? And they gave all the benefits of why it's better to go. And so I clicked on it. And so boom, it transferred. And the next thing you know,
it screwed up everything. That's how it always happens.
I had to go through every page to make sure everything looked good. But then I was like, well, while I'm doing it, I might as well just perfect it. So I'm in the middle of sharing my website. As a matter of fact, I'll share it with you so you can just kind of like see it still has work to do. But
don't you hate that though? You go on with the intentions of doing one thing, and by the time you turn around, you just end up doing so much more. We were in the same boat last night because I was supposed to be in bed early last night, and I ended up because I finally found all of my safe space videos, so I started uploading them. But God.
So this is the new website. I mean, I really like it. I redid it, the landing page. So now you can go in and just says Ronald's first, the landing page. My face is there, so you know where you are at. Also, it says contact and booking now. It has the website, and then obviously the newsletter and special offers are right at the bottom. So you get it all in one spot. So I changed it, got the colors coordinated nicely, and then also you can just go straight here, like event photography, and then it takes you. It takes you out of there, but. But it can take you straight there, and you can go to any of these sections. And but it's really cool. It's really let me see if I can do something. Hold on, let me just see if I can do the entire screen so you can see what I'm doing here. And let me see. Let me just stop that and just go back in again. And you'll see it says share screen, and we can go into it. What is it? Entire screen window, entire screen, right? So there we go, entire screen. So there we have it. So now you can see what I'm doing. So it popped in, and then next thing you know, I was able to now set up my event photography. So you can click on that, and then automatically now look how nice everything. The new flashy points, my corporate event plus, and all my folks that I updated my photos from Martha's Vineyard. Put all that stuff in
celebrities,
and
who's
then
got contacts,
and then put in all obviously capture your events essence with professional photography. Then I went into my corporate portraits and all that stuff. So and so I did that, and then I was able to also set up my I don't usually put on here, but my home stuff. Why hire a professional photographer for your interior spaces, and then all the photos that I've taken of homes, interiors, and so just kind of like it's your website is your resume, it really is, and so I'm upgrading all of it. I gave it new headers, new looks, even add in here our meetup. So the meetup is on the page as well. So it's to help your RLP Urban Photographers meetup. Speaking of our meetup, we have a meetup coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow here in New York City.
Quick.
Look, it's the fourth Saturday. It's the fourth Saturday. This is Labor Day weekend. I mean, not this one. Next week is Labor Day weekend.
No, next week. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the fourth weekend.
Where did August go?
So then you go here, and then it takes you straight to because we moved from Meetup to an Instagram base.
You mean Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook. So we're on Facebook now. We left Meetup because Meetup started charging. First, it was just like $200 about every 6 months, something like that. It was 186, something like that. And now it's like 300, almost. It's like $300 every 6 months. And I was like,
listen, everybody is trying to get money.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, what does it really take to manage that? Like, does it cost that much more to manage it?
It's only a click of a button. They just
it's digital.
It's digital. And so I said, you know what? So this is our page on our Facebook, and so I am trying to monetize this page. I mean, however, like for instance, you could have access to what we're doing in the public spheres. However, to become a member of the Meetup page, I'm trying to use it where you can become a member through my website. So on the website, you become a member to have access to this Facebook page. Right. So it haven't set it all up yet because I want to keep the annual dues, because it does take time to do this project and do this. And whoever's going to be doing it, I want to make sure I give them some incentives. Like Tim is going to be my assistant. So he'll be running the group while I'm away. And so Tim has been an amazing member of our Meetup group. And he's been with me since the beginning and so he's now going to be at the helm. And this is also going to make it easier for him to do stuff because it's right here. He has to go through all the Meetup stuff. So just kind of making some changes, but it all began. Look, one change on the website initiated all of this. So now I will be continuing to work on this. And then again, so you see the corporate headshots and everything, but it's a much cleaner look. You see, look, you just go like this. It's a cleaner look. You know where you are. I love how you have all your
social links at the bottom.
Yeah, and then your social links are there. You have the.
I think that's probably one of the most important things nowadays. If you don't have that there.
There's the link tree. So if you want to connect with the YouTube channel and all that stuff, Patreon and everything, if you want to do that. But if you also want to just do my Instagram, it's right there as well. So you can go to Instagram. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I sat there and said, I'm really happy with it. And but it's more to do because you have to go in and keep layering these areas of like when you go into the website. There are all these little areas, so I'm reheading them. Like you see, I put about me here, and this head is offset. No, it's not. So it's good. Okay, so and then you have the contacts, corporate. So I'm giving them new headers. So that like photojournalism, I'm gonna put a new header there. I already got the home done, and then my photography 101. I'm gonna put a new header there as well. So there's a lot of work ahead, but it's gonna come along, and it's gonna be really. And then update the store, man, all because I said, okay, I just want the update. Anyway, that's what happens when you do an update on your computer. So that's it. Let me remove that. So what's going on in your world, sir? Oh, did I lose my sound? Oh, hold on a second.
No, that was me. Sorry, I muted myself. Sorry. I said similar to you last night. I got on this computer. I was texting Dr. Tachi back and forth because I had a corrupt hard drive at the beginning of this year, and I lost all of my original files for save space. But with the Apple computer, a lot of times when I have the files folder and iCloud, so I'm always, when I'm updating the stuff and sending it over to them, it makes a copy, and I forgot about that. So I was searching the hard drives using some software to see if I can recover the files. That didn't work. And then I asked Dr. Tachi, he's like, hey, do you still have the original files that I sent you? She said, yeah, I think so. Then I went there. Of course, I was having issues downloading them. Something that said, search iCloud. Pulled it up, and there were the files. So I started downloading all of them. I have them backed up, and then I started uploading it to my YouTube channel because the plan is in between now and when season 3 launches, I'm going to reintroduce those episodes again. So the first 2 episodes are uploaded, but the premiere will premiere today at noon on my channel. And then episode 2 will premiere Monday, I think at noon again. And then moving forward, every Friday and Monday, I'm going to release a new video in that series, because there's two seasons, and I think that will take me until about October. So which is, it worked out kind of perfect. There's 14 episodes between the two seasons, and that'll take me right until October, right until the season 3. And then I have the Take 2 episodes also, which I'll put up at some point. And then, of course, I've been trying to upload little smaller videos. I believe I have another one coming out today. No, wait, the 27th. I have a kind of like behind the scenes of how we put the show together. I think I shared it with you at one point. That's going to go live on Monday as well.
Nice.
Or next week Wednesday. Because the plan is to drop a new video every Wednesday, like an original piece. Even if it's short, just something to constantly get into the mode of updating. So I spent all of last night uploading videos, scheduling them, and then also what I'm finding really important is how you write the descriptions and the tags, so it gets picked up in the SEO.
Yes.
So I spent a
now
lot
the
of time.
AIOs.
Yeah, so I spent a lot of time doing that last night, and I would write the description, run it through like an AI program, and then it'll ask you, it sees that as YouTube. Do you want us to rewrite it for more visibility on YouTube and then also for the SEO? I said, absolutely. So I click that button, kind of pick out what I want, and then I put it in there. So doing these videos takes a lot of time. You don't realize it because there's a lot on the back end to do. Yeah.
People don't realize how much work goes on behind the scenes.
So I was up until about midnight doing that last night.
I didn't go to bed till 2:00, almost 3:00.
Bless your heart.
Because then I got into bed and I said, wait a minute. And I was, I went through the phone because you do the updates on your computer. You have to make sure they are compatible to your smartphone,
on your phone and on your tablet.
Yes. So I went to the smartphone and it wasn't lining up. So that drove. I couldn't let that sit.
Yeah. So, I know the feeling.
It was 2:00 in the morning. I jumped out of bed, ran to the computer, and just started.
Isn't that the worst?
I am
you don't want anyone to see it where it's not at its optimal best. So I was like, all right, let me go fix this.
Yeah, I am that guy.
I feel you. So am I.
I am that guy. So there's some folks in the building. Let's say some good mornings. I see there's some morning folks. Looks like everyone's on vacation today. We have a low turnout today, but that's okay. We still here.
You know what it is? It's the wind down to the end of summer, so everyone's trying to get it all in.
People are going away. One of my buddies is going away he leaves today. And another one of my friends is traveling today. So one of my other friends said, hey, I might get up early. So you want to hang out? I said, let's do it. So anyway, Hannah says, good morning, Ron and Touch Base Daily family. Hannah, your poster's still on its way. And the reason why is my Sandbox, the Sandbox folks who I mailed because I was not able, they didn't have it at the post office, the tubes. So I have to get the tubes to put it in to get it safely to you so it doesn't bend and break. So they're out of stock and I'm waiting for them to get their stock. So it's not
coming.
Me.
It's coming.
It's coming. It's not me. This time it's not me. Last week it was me. But this week it's not me.
It's all good.
Says, good morning. Chris R says, good morning. Elise is in the building. She says, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Kim's in the building. TGIF and hands. I love it. And Bryson, well, hello. I do need a drink. I got lemonade.
Take that sip.
Lemonade this morning. My lemonade has cinnamon sticks and all that other stuff in it. Okay, here it is. Bryson says, what's up, Ron? What's up, Chris? What's up, RLP fam? What's up, everybody? Happy Tiana Taylor Day. Happy Ghostface Kayla Friday. Happy New Music Fridays. Welcome to the weekend.
Yes. So from what I understand, Tiana Taylor's visual album is something to behold.
Really?
So she just dropped her album today. Okay. You can get it on Apple Music or any other streaming service. But if you want to watch the visual album, it's exclusive, I believe, on Amazon Prime.
Wow. Okay,
correct me if I'm wrong, Bryson.
Yeah, Mr. Bryson is our entertainment correspondent. Okay, there we go. And Lisa says,
and She produced it, I believe, produced and directed the visuals.
Oh, okay. Lisa says, T says, Water Cooler Wednesday on the live title. Good morning, everyone. Does it say what? T says, Water Cooler Wednesday on the live title.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Let's see. Hold on.
Here it says our favorite social media accounts that inspire, inform, and encourage.
No. Oh, wait. No, that's right.
Yeah. On Instagram? Oh, sorry, on YouTube? What does it say on YouTube? Hold on a second. Let me check. Let's see. Nope, it's correct on YouTube as well. T says Water Cooler Wednesday on the live. I don't know what that means. I don't know.
It does. So it does say that.
Where?
On the main. So if you go to the thumbnail on the live on the page, like right now I'm looking at my history because I'm in the live right now.
Yeah,
it does say Water Cooler Talk Wednesday.
Yes, it does. Oh, it's
all right. This week is just a flu. It'll pass. We'll start again next week.
We are in a roll.
It's okay. There's a lot going on this week, Ron.
I gotta change the thumbnail. Oh, the thumbnail. Okay.
We know what it is. It's Focus Friday, y'all.
Yes, and I'm changing the thumbnail. Believe it, I have access. I'm changing the thumbnail because I won't be able to rest. So you can see me in action as I change the thumbnail right now. But that's the beauty of, being on live every day. When I first started this, that would have drove me crazy. That would have made me insane. That would have made me like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that's happening. And now it's just like, okay,
I'll fix it.
Changes. I'll just fix it right now. And but it goes to show you that when you start doing something over and over again, there's a certain calm that you get even when there's mistakes.
Yeah,
you just like
it's not a big deal. Thanks, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa. That was a good one. Changing it right now.
Good morning, Hannah. She says good morning to me.
She says good. She's always reaching out to you. Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning. Okay, so there we go with our little thumbnail here. I'm putting it up right now. Focus Friday. Here we go. That's the new one. Touch Base Daily, Focus Friday. There we go. It's done.
So wait, Lisa, you're asking if there's static. I don't know. Is there static on our video and audio feed today, guys? I don't hear anything.
Nope.
Yeah. Anybody else feel it or see it?
Anyone having staticky sound? Ours seems to be clear here.
Oh, so they're saying it's me. Does it sound? You know what? Let's do this. I can take off the lav mic. Does that sound better?
Well, now
it might be up against my clothes.
You sound distant now.
Does that sound a little bit better?
Yeah. You had two mics on?
No. So this is the mic, but I have a lav mic that plugs into it.
So
let's just see. Let me plug it back in.
Okay.
It might just be the connection though. How's that sound?
Nice, much better. But maybe when you move, maybe it's when you move or something. I don't know.
I think it's rubbing against my shirt. Let me move this up a little bit.
Yes, seems static when talking at Lisa. Oh, I hear it on Ron as well. Oh, so then it must be a connection.
So maybe it's the feed.
It's the feed, yeah, because it can be both of us because we're in two different places. Okay, so there's a feed. So it's just been that kind of week.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay.
We apologize for the technical difficulties, but we're just going to keep it moving like you said.
There we go. And then also, look who's in the building again. It's Omar Ramos.
Is it 5 days? Is this 5 days this week?
I think it's the whole week.
Come on, Omar.
5 days. Omar is back. He left. I mean, I'm sure he's in his plushy office somewhere. So, and Omar, you need to call me so we can schedule out your time when you come to New York, sir. Okay, let me know. And yes, I hear that too. And both sides, la 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 la. And Janice says, "Good morning, all." I hear good mornings, and it's exclusive on Prime Video, says Bryson.
Okay, so I was right. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And Janice says, "I had issues with YouTube this morning." Oh, cool. Maybe it's YouTube. Maybe
it's YouTube then.
Yeah, because let's blame YouTube. It's not us. Because it's clear here. I'm clear, and Chris is clear.
Yeah,
I'm hearing him nice and
crystal clear.
So my mic is up to par. And let's see here. Kimmy says, when you go on to YouTube to find you today. Yes. So now we're all set. We got the Touch Base Daily. We got the Focus Friday thumbnail. We're looking good. Hey, Antonio is in the building. Yep. Anthony Rowland is in the building. And Janet says, static on YouTube. It's static on YouTube. Static on YouTube alert.
Uh-oh.
Kelly Ye's in the building. She says, yes, there is static. Nice. Okay. Yes. And Omar says, yes, a ton of static. Really? Then it's YouTube. It is YouTube.
Hold on. Let me see, because.
Yes. And Omar says, yes, a ton of static. Really? Then it's YouTube. You hear it?
Yeah. I can hear the popping. Yeah, it is YouTube.
Okay. Or maybe it's streamlined with YouTube. Maybe it's not all of YouTube.
No, because maybe it is all of YouTube, because sometimes they have issues. And you have to remember, I mean, it's a system.
Yeah,
you're going to have issues every once in a while.
Hey, it's just been that kind of week. It's good to know it's just not here.
Yeah.
Even YouTube is having problems this week. Okay, Anthony says, still choppy. It could be the connections. Omar's laughing. There we go. Sitting at my desk. Yeah, I know you're sitting at that corner desk. Sitting at that corner desk in the sky. Okay. So anyway, it is Focus Friday. Let's get to it. There are some area. Chris, is it? First of all, the rule of the game is if you have a Instagram, TikTok, or a YouTube channel that you want to feature, Focus Friday feature. You should go FFF then, right? But it's Focus Friday feature. Make sure you put in the comment box FF and then what it is, but don't use the @
Yeah, because then it won't show up.
You'll just go IG and then the name. IG then the name.
Yeah,
we've been learning. We've been learning these streets, these
the
technical
hard way.
Streets. Kimmy says, I listened to another live this morning, no static. So it may be our StreamYard with yeah. So some people are having issues and some people are not. Well, anyway, let's go to one of my favorites. I have some. If you don't have, I do. Chris, do you have any anything?
I didn't pull anything today. I didn't pull anything today.
Well, today my first one goes to the Congresswoman from from Texas, and I'll share why. Here we go. She is so good that I think it's going viral. So I'm going to share it because I was impressed by her today too. This morning I got to hear her. Here she goes. This from yesterday. And listen to this. She gives them a real lashing, as they say. And when you grow up with West Indian family in the West, well, I'm not West Indian, but my family godparents were, and they say a tongue lashing. Here we go.
Racism. And if you can't hear it from them, then hear it from me. As a white woman and a daughter of a man of privilege and power, he knew that his strength was to bring people that didn't look like him to the table of government. And so 50 years later, after Barbara Jordan, aided by white people to have a voice, the first woman of color elected to the South, a woman who sat in the impeachment of Nixon, a woman who said that finally, after amendment, debate, and vote, I am finally part of we the people. To stand here as a 50-year-old woman and know that we now go back in time. So let's talk about cowardice and cheats. Because if you knew you could win this next election, you wouldn't be taking this effort to try to steal 5 seats from elected officials that members of color elected to represent them in Washington, D.C. You wouldn't be doing everything you can to take this coalition of diversity and stand up at the mic and say, why are we doing this? Because we can. And you shield your racism with your party, with ignorance and arrogance, to come up here and say, to be honest with you, I haven't read the bill from the other side. To be honest with you, I haven't talked to the lawyers to be bringing this before it. Because you think that people will give you grace on ignorance and arrogance around party, because you can't admit that the root of all of this is about racism and power. A power grab. A pure power grab. And so I'm going to ask, don't shake your head. Because I'm going to give you a moment to prove what you mean behind that. Because when Donald Trump called Georgia Republicans and said, hey, boys, I need you to steal me almost 12,000 votes. To those men credit, they said, no, sir. We already know what Governor Abbott said. In a few minutes.
It don't get no real than that.
Wasn't that was so well done. So, I mean, I said after that, I was like, let the church say amen. I mean, just amen.
You need more white people, and honestly, you need white men to do what she just did.
Yes, right. Exactly.
It can't come from us. It has to come from them.
It has to come from them. This is a white problem. This is not a black problem.
No.
This is a white America problem. And the sad thing about it is that we all suffer because of their white problem. And I'm so glad that there are white people in this country that are standing up and saying enough is enough. And her voice was, I had to listen to this several times because it was
viral. It was everywhere.
It was so good. And I said, she brought history. She brought an admonishment. She laid into these representatives. And I love when she brought it home because she says, when the Republicans in Atlanta, when that orange man, when Trump went to them and said, I need another 12,000 votes, they had credibility and said, no, not today, not here. But no, not Texas, not Abbott. Abbott says, oh, no, I'll be your little poodle. I'll do what you want, master. Oh.
Well, the other thing, too, is that she made it very personal, like, bringing her father and her background into it. Yes. She was like, and just how she started off, yes, I am a woman from a father of privilege.
Yes, and power.
Yeah.
I want to know more about her. One. Let me just go up to let me share her a page that way you can go to her page and check. I mean, this is not the only time she's ever spoken out, but this was the one that's gone viral, and so it is truly worth listening to.
Everyone's been reposting. So I think, if I remember correctly, I put this on my stories as well yesterday.
Yeah, it says vote Ann Johnson. That's who it is. Vote Ann Johnson. And Ann Johnson, I'm impressed. I loved it. I loved every moment of her words.
Hear it from them.
Okay, let's go. Okay, there we go. Wasn't that powerful? Anyway, let's see what you guys are saying in there. I see you guys in there. Anthony says, this was going to be my submission. I saw this yesterday. See, nigga, look, that's right. Good morning, beautiful, says Jazzy. Good morning, beautiful. And Kimmy says, I listened to another live this morning. No stat. Okay, we got that one. Okay. What's up, Anthony? What's up, Derek? We got G in the building. GR is in the building. Good morning. Running errands for Mr. Jack. And what's up? Truth talking. Forgive my sirens. It's the New York landscape, always. And Bryson says, we got another one from Galvin. Yes, I'm going to put Gavin Newsom up there. And Elise says, it popped up this fast. That's exactly what I said last year. Exactly. Same Elise. Ugh, she has hush spot.
Chutzpah. Yep.
And good morning, Jazzy. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, I have another one. And because this is what I do in these streets is I'm looking at I'm just relaxing when I get my I'm working, but then I take a break and I just scroll, and you never know who you're gonna come across, and
scrolling.
I just keep scrolling. This one is very important to Black men and Black women. So, and anyone of color really, but this is truly pointed to Black men and Black women. Oh, hold on a second, let me get that on the screen. And we all need this lesson. And here we go. Okay.
In DC, the 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendment are not going to just be amendments on paper. These are going to be your legal shield. And with Trump's goons and National Guard and ICE squad out there just thinking that they're going to be making easy arrests, Black men are going to have to come together and make this extremely hard for them. So you're going to have to know these amendments. The 4th Amendment, which protects you from unreasonable searches and seizures. Cops just can't search you, your car, or your home without probable cause or warrant. So if cops try to search you or any of your property, simply say, I do not consent to any searches, and leave it alone. Don't fight, don't argue, just plant that seed for the record. That forces them to either back down or risk breaking the law. Just because they have power doesn't mean they have legal authority. By voicing that, you set yourself up for protection later in court. The 5th Amendment, which is the right to remain silent. This is a big one. You're not required to explain yourself, argue with them, or give them more ammo. Simply tell them, I'm invoking my right to remain silent, and stop talking. Anything you say can be used and twisted into evidence. Staying silent protects you from self-incrimination, especially with this crazy crowd. And it forces them to build the case against you instead of tricking you into theirs. The 6th Amendment, I don't care what they say, you have a right to counsel. If they arrest you, you have a right to a lawyer, period. Simply tell them, I want to speak to an attorney, and don't answer any questions until one is presented. Even if you can't afford one, the government must provide a public defender. And once you invoke this right, questioning must stop. Now, these rights don't mean that cops are going to suddenly play fair, but they create a legal record that can turn the tables later. By standing on your rights, you're protecting your future, your votes, and your freedom. And when brothers move with the same discipline, refusing illegal searches, staying silent, and demanding lawyers, it forces the system to either respect the law or expose itself as unconstitutional. The real power is in unity. If every Black man in DC knew these rights and applied them the same way, the mass raids that Trump ordered would not be a clean sweep. The Constitution in broad daylight.
You're muted.
I said I should. That is one of those things. This is one video that I put in my save so I can keep repeating it because I want to memorize these amendments.
Put this one in our group chats.
Yeah.
In our on Instagram.
Okay.
In our group. Yeah. This is a good one.
This one is necessary for all people, especially in where we are now.
Yeah.
And whenever I see some of these videos where our young men are confronted by police officers, I wish they knew some of this stuff because you cannot argue, you cannot fight them, you just have to state these rules and just to have it documented because they have the gun, they have the weapons. You can do nothing. You're not going to win the fight. It is better to just yield as much as you can. And we've seen, even with people yielding, the police are horrible in some of these places. Shoot, I always say a lot of places. But the best thing to do is as little confrontation as possible and do nothing, say nothing. But if you're not saying it, if the first thing you say is your constitutional right to plead the fifth, You don't have to speak, and also your need for the attorney. Oh man. Okay, so there you have it. Chris?
Just to reiterate, Jazzy, and anyone who's just joining us, we are having some audio issues. It seems like it's something to do with StreamYard and YouTube. So if you're getting like static and like distortion, that's what it is. There's nothing we can do about it right now, so just kind of bear with us.
Yes. So if it's bad, I mean, it doesn't sound bad from our end.
No, but when I just paused to listen to it, I do hear it. So
okay. So that was one of my other FS. Oh, did I go to his account? Oh, sorry. Hold on a second. Let me go back to the account. Let me go back to the account so you'll have that, and you'll see that he is. Now this is different because it is really on another. It's I am Nieko. I try to get that on the screen but I couldn't find. But I.am.Nieko. Okay. So this just happened to be on another platform.
But you zoom back in again, Ron, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I do believe he is a lawyer. I think he's also in my feed. Okay, so you have that.
So my brothers and
Jillian Michaels.
So
while everyone during a wide ranging
hold on a second. Let me go to the next.
This September
okay, so this one I'm always keeping in tune with these wonderful folks. The one called JD, John Schwartz, and you can listen for yourselves. Okay, here we go.
Boycotting Amazon, Uber, and PepsiCo. And please remember, Amazon has affiliates, PepsiCo has affiliates, and we do not let those slide either. And of course, Target. We never stop with Target. They are the perfect example. They are the proof that if we hold the line, if we stay disciplined, we can take these companies down one by one. At thepeoplesunionusa.com in the Blackout blog. But make no mistake, September is about showing our strength because we are also standing in solidarity with the Black Out the System movement from September 16th to the 20th. If you can only give one day, make it September 17th, which is Constitution Day. That's no work, no shopping, nothing. We shut it down. We are the economy. Without us, they have nothing. We do not stop. We do not fold. We do not let up. Target is the example. Amazon, Uber, and PepsiCo, they are next. Stand strong, stay disciplined, and remember, we do not stop. Please share, my friends.
And there you have it. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think of this one?
Listen, I the debate is, how do you move away from all these things? I think, it's on an individual basis, and you have to know where you are. Like, I'm in the process right now. My Amazon subscription is about to expire in September, and I'm not going to renew it. I stayed with it because of the fact that I already paid that money, and I don't want to lose that. So, I believe it's mid-September or October, but once that comes up, I'm not renewing it. So that's something that I'm moving away from also. I've moved away from Target since the first week of January, before they even called for the boycott. And then also, after it became evident that Uber was a big supporter of Trump, I removed myself. I've been with Uber since the beginning. And, primarily that's how I traveled when I would go, in different states, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And even overseas, and I removed it. Because you know what? There are other options. There's Lyft. And, there are other options. So I put the Lyft app back on, and I did have an account, but now moving forward, when I need to summon a car, I'm going to summon a Lyft versus a Uber. I deleted my account from Uber. So even if I was to go back to it later on, which I wouldn't have a profile. I'd have to restart one. But we all have to do the things. I know it's not necessarily easy to remove yourself from a lot of these things because it's so embedded and ingrained in our day-to-day lives. but do what you must, and do it. Do what makes you feel right.
Yeah. It's all about doing your best to, hang out do it with the collective. I do believe I like that they are doing, I believe it's September 17th, Constitutional Day. And if I know not everyone can take off from work and not everyone can stop working, not everyone can do all that, but do what you can. But you don't have to buy anything on that day. You really don't have to buy anything on that day. One day not buying something is not going to kill you. So,
Right.
and
So,
to make the point,
Bryson, I've never heard. Let me put his on the screen real quick. He's saying you might as well empower. It's cheaper than Uber and Lyft. I've never heard of that. Is that another company, Empower?
as Elise always says, we have to be willing to be inconvenienced and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kimmy Kim says, I would like to see like a day of boycott, which is September 17th. No shopping anywhere on that day. Explore your small businesses, but need a large scale. This gentleman, I have to say, they are getting traction. His platform is getting traction, and a lot of people are connecting. It was like 4. I think the last time they did a boycott, about 4.5 million people were participating. So it has to start somewhere. And so this is one of those platforms that I do listen to. And so the 16th and 17th of September, I will be boycotting. I'm not purchasing anything on those 2 days. Don't need to, don't want to. And as we know, look at Target, and Kimmy does bring up a point. They're doing cosmetic changes. The CEO that stepped down is still working for Target, and they just put him in another position. And they're doing a shuffle.
Right. The guy who's now going to be CEO was the COO.
Yes.
So it's not that they're bringing someone in new. They're just moving people around. But I want to go back to Bryson, who told us about Empower. So if you go to the website, it's called driveempower.com, EMPOWER, and it's a ride share company.
Is it Drive?
It's driveempower.com. Yeah, and it's drivers set their own rates and get 100% of the fare, and riders can get more affordable rides from drivers they trust. So I'm definitely going to look into this and download this app. They have an app for drivers and an app for the riders. So I'm going to look into this. Thank you so much for this. I did not know about this one.
Oh, could you type it into the
private chat? Yeah, give me 1 second.
Because I didn't even know there was other apps out there. I know they have one here in New York City.
I didn't know either. Bryson put it in the chat, and I saw it. So go to the private chat. It's right there. You can click on it.
Okay, here we go. There we go. Power and oops, there we go. Can you guys see it?
No, not yet.
Okay, hold on a second.
And their tagline is transforming rideshare.
Okay. Here we go. I see it. I got it.
This is how we find out about things, because
this is why we do what we do here.
This
why we do what we do here. Okay, here we go. Let me stop sharing that one. There we go. And now here we go. Share. Okay. I know. Is it called Empower?
Empower.
That's what you said. That's what you said. Yep, that's what you said. There it is.
Yep.
Transforming rideshare with Empower. Drivers set their own rates and get 100% off the fare. Well, I would like that. I need to know I definitely need this app. It's a driver's app and a rider's app.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely going to look into this. Right now, they have 12.5 million riders, right? And 350K riders, and driver earnings are 200 million so far. Okay. That's right, because the only way to stop Uber and these companies that keep extracting from us and for their own political gain and power is to have alternatives and
have
to
more
search them out.
competition. Yeah. Thank you for sharing this one, Bryson.
Thank you, Bri. Thank you, Bri. This is good. This was a good one. And I saw Lisa said something that always, as she always does. She says, people don't realize how much power we have. Day of not spending money and not going to work in mass would be impactful.
Absolutely. Can you imagine?
But you saw that's why they got upset with Martin Luther King. Once he said, okay, we're going to do the boycotts, and once you start messing with people's pocketbooks, then they listen.
Yep.
Or they just continue on, or they just do a shuffle. Like Target's stupid. I have to tell you, Target. I mean, can I just say, Target is really stupid. I mean, you go out. I mean, again, I think Willa and I were talking about it. You spent a decade, or almost 2 decades, developing relationships with people of color and the gay, the LGBTQ, Q community.
Child, you just butchered that.
I know,
LGBTQIA plus.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry for butchering it, y'all.
That's all right. That's all right. That's right.
But you spent 2 decades. I remember meeting the Black woman that was in the C-suite, and she made all those changes to bring in all those Black companies, bring in Black businesses, partnering with museums in Black communities. I mean, they spent probably a billion doing it. I mean, over the decades, 2 decades. I mean, we have here in New York City, the Target, the Target event at the Brooklyn Museum every first Saturday. First Saturdays, sponsored by Target, used to be. And you squander all of that because of the orange face man? You couldn't take a stand? That's stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. I mean, they've lost how many billions of they've lost billions.
Yeah. 12.6, I believe it was, something like that.
12 point something.
Hold on, before we move on, there was something that I saw. I don't have it but I'm sure people have seen this one. There's a video of this white man was in a Walgreens or a CVS, one of those pharmacy stores, and was in the card aisle. And he was like, can y'all believe Blacks had their own section for cards? It was, what's the name of the, Hallmark has a section that is dedicated for Black people. I forget the name of it. If someone remembers what it is in the chat, just put it in there. But they've had this for like 20 something years. He's pointing it out now that all of a sudden he's thinking that they're getting this. I'm like, no, this is what Hallmark has done for decades, you dumbass.
Well, you heard, I mean, there's a whole little thing going on about crack.
Mahogany. Thank you, Anthony. Yes. There's a section of Hallmark that's called Mahogany that's dedicated to like Black art and Black cards, basically. So if you want a very specific card, it's called Mahogany, yes. And it's been there for decades. I remember I've gotten them, for family and friends. You want something very specific that's catered towards you.
Man, I tell you, I mean, but these racist folks, it takes a lot of energy to be racist, but they love it. It's a I think I said it's a deadly drink, it's a deadly pill. And Kimmy says, hold on a second. Kimmy says, our transportation systems here is having a funding crisis. They are cutting services. People are going to need more ride shares. Yeah. There will be a lot more cars if public transportation is cut.
So let me just kind of address that, because
this is in Pennsylvania.
This is in southern eastern Pennsylvania. So it's SEPTA based, and it's Philadelphia and the surrounding areas. Like, it affects not only southeast Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, but also Delaware and New Jersey, because SEPTA comes to Delaware. Also, it makes stops in Wilmington and Newark, where I live. And also they go into South Jersey as well. So they have a funding shortcoming, and then they were trying to find funding through the state. They found a measure to make it happen, but of course, the Republican legislation in Pennsylvania they voted it down, didn't do what they were supposed to do. So now they are going to be cutting service, getting rid of lines, and you don't realize what an effect that will have, because people, especially in the suburbs, the white people, depend on those services to get into the city without having to drive. What's going to happen now is the roadways are going to be even more impacted and full because people need to get to work. They don't have to now to drive. On top of that, there is a cascade effect. The Eagle season's about to start. What SEPTA typically does is they add 10 additional trains for every game. This goes for the Sixers. This goes for the Phillies. This goes for the Eagles. And all of that happens down in South Philly at the sports complex. If people were to drive down there, there's no way you could park all those cars down there. People take mass transit to get to those public events, not even the sporting events, but also concerts and live events that happen down there. So there is a huge impact that's going to really negatively affect the southern region of Pennsylvania, basically Philadelphia, Delaware, and New Jersey. Thank you, Kimmy, for pointing that out.
Yeah. Woo. It's sad that they're going to be doing that.
Can you imagine if New York did that?
Yeah, well,
it would devastate the economy.
New York is like ready for a free transportation system all across the board. I don't know how that's going to happen, but that's what a lot of folks are trying to push for. So we'll see what happens here in New York. But I don't know. We have two big major projects happening in our MTA system, adding a new short route monorail system from Queens to Brooklyn.
I heard about that.
So that way you don't have to go into Manhattan to go to Brooklyn. Like if you're in Queens right now, you have to go all the way to Manhattan to go into Brooklyn. So now you can just go straight down. So they're building that, starting, I do believe it's going to be done by 2037. And then they're continuing, they just announced this week, they're going to be continuing the 2nd Avenue line. So it ended at 96th Street, I do believe, 96, but it's going to go they're going to finish it to 125th. So we got big projects here.
That's been decades in the making.
Yes, that was decades.
Start and stop, yes. Start and stop.
Yes. So big things there. Any other accounts? I don't see
any in here.
Keep going. Go to our Gavin, Mr. Gavin. Man, I tell you,
he's on fire.
He is on fire. He is on fire.
And he's getting under the orange man's skin and all the Republicans.
Oh, they want to arrest. They want to arrest the man. Isn't that some craziness? They want to arrest him. Okay, here we go. Let's get it up there on the screen. Hold on a second. And he is right. And I hope every Democrat state does this.
First state in U.S. history to, in the most democratic way, submit to the people of our state the ability to determine their own maps. That simply has not been done. We got here because the President of the United States is struggling. We got here because the President of the United States is one of the most unpopular presidents in U.S. history. We got here because he recognizes that he will lose the election. Congress will go back into the hands of the Democratic Party next November. We got here because of his failed policies. Those are being exposed hour by hour, reinforced today by Walmart announcing they'll be raising prices because of the tax increases, because of the tariffs. Reminded every day by a slowing economy, growing mistrust, distrust all across this nation, across the board. He is failing. He recognized that. And that's why he made a phone call to Greg Abbott asking for 5 seats. Can't win by playing by traditional sets of rules. He plays by no rules. I remind you all the time, it's not the rule of law, it's the rule of dawn. And we're standing up to that. We'll be the first state in U.S. history to, in the most democratic way, submit to the people of our state the ability to determine their own maps. That simply has not been done. We got here because the President of the United States is struggling. We got here because the President of the United States is one of the most unpopular presidents in U.S. history. We got here because he recognizes that he will lose the election. Congress will go back into the hands of the Democratic Party next November. We got here because of his failed policies. Those are being exposed hour by hour, reinforced today by, well.
Okay, so you got it. But that, I mean, he has been on a tear. He's been also stepping up his interviews and interviewing all these Congress people, senators, people that are fighting. And Shapiro also came out yesterday with some good lines. And let's see if we can get that up there. Mr. Shapiro from Pennsylvania. And man, I mean, so people are stepping up. People are stepping up. And you have to, in this climate, you have to take a stand. If you don't, you will fall. And let me see here. Let me see if I can get this up here. Which area did I see that yesterday? And then after that, we're going to end it. We're going to end it. This is the last one. I saw that Anthony said he submitted something, but we can't find it. I don't see it anywhere.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I didn't see it anywhere on there.
I've been scrolling. Remember, don't put that ad if you want to submit, especially if it's on Instagram.
Yeah, so I wanted to get that in there for him. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Oh, here we go. This is yesterday. Here we go. So here's Mr. Governor Shapiro. People are coming out. They're starting to talk. Hopefully they will. I mean, hopefully we can convince these folks that are in these white rural areas that, look, you are not benefiting from this. You got to wake up. Maybe there's hope for these folks to get it together. Okay, here we go.
The administration's moving forward with its review of some of the exhibits at Independence Hall, specifically those depicting slavery, discussing slavery. Just wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I shared some thoughts on this the other day. I mean, look, I think protecting our history is about telling the truth. It's about acknowledging what really happened. You know, this is the birthplace of the whole thing, right here in the city of Philadelphia, nearly 250 years ago. And I think it's important that we know our history, and I think it's important that we know all aspects of our history. If we don't reckon with the reality of our past, then I don't think we can learn from it and move forward together. So, you know, I think the fight that we have for freedom continues to this day, and the way that we perfect our union, the way we expand freedom, is by understanding our history, so we know the future and we know the destination that we are trying to get to. I think the president's seeming attempts to try and rewrite our history goes against the very values that this nation stands for. I have grown increasingly concerned by the way in which President Trump and Vice President Vance speak about certain people in this country. Go look at what Vice President Vance said at Claremont University about a week or so ago. He believes in a tiered system in America, that certain people would count more than others based on what they look like or how long they've been here. We're a nation of immigrants here. We are a nation that has been warm and welcoming to all people who come here and pledge allegiance to this flag, pledge allegiance to this common purpose. I do not believe that trying to erase our shared history or try and put Americans into certain buckets or tier Americans based on who J.D. Vance or Donald Trump thinks count more or is more important than others. I don't believe that that's the American way. I think there is a battle for the soul of this nation going on right now. I think there is a battle for making sure that here in America, We still respect everyone, no matter what they look like, where they come from, who they love, or who they pray to. And I think it is important that as we engage in that battle, we don't whitewash our history the way the Trump administration seemingly wants to. The city of Philadelphia, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, has been central to the history of this.
That's it, y'all. I sat there and said, look, I don't know why. Well, we all know why. I mean, slavery, this country is built on slavery. This country is built on everything wrong, I would say, in humanity. The stealing of people, the torturing of people, and this is not, I mean, everything these people have done in the name of the America from the very beginning. You steal the land. It's like one I saw it on an indigenous poster banner. It said the nerve. It said the balls. The balls of these people to have the nerve to say that they don't like immigration when they are the first immigrants to this land. Anyway, the hypocrisy of it all. To be MAGA, to be a racist in this country is to also live in a space of hypocrisy and self-denial. So, on a good note, though, it's going to be great weather here in New York City. So I hope you guys, if you're in New York, get out there, do something, have some fun. And since I already talked to you about my website, but we're going to just talk about it again because we got to do the announcements. And also make sure you join the email list. Just go to the new website, which is the same address, ronlewisphotos.com. Check it out. And we're here put in new if you want new services, updates, industry news. Whatever I don't use my email like other folks and like every week give you and send stuff. It's probably once a quarter or once every 6 months. So just get on it so that we can make sure we are able to reach out to you in case these platforms go away in the future. Also, I am an event photographer, photographing here in New York City and abroad. And if you have a family event or as a commercial event, corporate event, submit my name. That's how I make my money on event photography. Also, I want to say thank you to our Patreon members. Your support helps us create amazing content. And I could not do this without you. You pay and you keep the bills going, keep the bills paid and the lights on. And also, if you have not joined, make sure you join our YouTube channel. If you're over at Instagram, you're looking at this right now, join our YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel to gain knowledge about photography and more. Like and subscribe. Okay, guys? So there you have it. Chris, what any big plans?
I got some announcements also.
There you go, sir. Let's go.
Joining the YouTube channel. And if you have not subscribed yet, all you got to do is click on youtube.com at Constantly Changing for Me. All right. In addition to that, let's see where else. Where's the other one? Overlay. Currently, right now at 12 o'clock, I finally uploaded season 1 of Safe Space. So the premiere episode is premiering right now. It started about 8 minutes ago. You can go there at constantlychangingforme.com and click on that, and that is the cover art for it. So go and watch this series. It's such a great series. Everyone in the community is represented in this series. There are 2 seasons currently that are done. They've been aired on IndieSoup, and I'm re-airing them on my channel. So what I'm going to be doing is every Friday and Monday, I'm going to release an episode, and that'll lead me right up until season 3 back in October. So definitely go out and go and watch this on the channel. And then lastly, if you're not watching,
before you go there though, y'all, Safe Space is so good. So these are great interviews with great people, wonderful people, and sharing their heart. I mean, these conversations are from the heart. Some of them will be make sure when you watch Safe Space,
You
there's
got
some tissues sitting on the side.
Yeah, no,
Make
it's
sure you
true.
have a tissues that way in case those tears start to go, because it is so well done. And Chris has done such a great job with Safe Space. And so make sure to really go in there, look at it, and then not only look at it, but share it, like it, and subscribe.
I appreciate that. It's been a labor of love, and that's why I knew I had to come back and do another season, because I think it's so important. Yes, there are other places you can go to get these type of stories, but you can get it here as well. And I just want to keep doing it as long as I can do it. As long as people come forward and want to tell their stories, I'll continue to share it. Also, if you're not watching the recap show, definitely go and watch the recap show. I'll give you a little preview of the intro here.
When I go, I drop. When I trip, I pop. When I go, I drop, pop. When I go, I drop.
And that's over on the conference call. That's a recap show. We are recapping Project Runway Season 21. Currently, right now, we are about to record episode 5, I believe, on Sunday, and that will drop on Monday at 8 a.m. We drop new episodes every Monday at 8, so go and do that. And we love the comments.
Yes, so there you have it. Okay, guys, have a great weekend. I'm getting ready to do my laundry. Bryson says he's looking forward to come on Apple TV on September 5th. I'm not sure what that is. He's saying, and I guess that man who depicted Richard Allen at the Bessie Ross house would not be able to. Oh, that's an inside joke, y'all.
Okay.
Thank you, Kimmy. Yes, Kimmy and I we did a tour in Philadelphia. So we went to the Bessie Ross house. Okay, guys, it's at 12:09. Good time to get out of here. It's Friday. Hey, Fifi, you're late, but we're leaving. But that doesn't mean we don't love you. We love you, Fifi. No matter what time you come in, you can always catch the replay. Take care, guys.
Absolutely.
Love you. Bye. Hello, and thank you for joining us today. Make sure you hit the like, the subscribe, and leave a comment on this video. I would love to hear from you. Thank you again. Until I see you next time.